shake. I got samples of
Love it.
some protein powder, some other stuff. Yeah, so we just
Take about 5 deep breaths for 10 seconds.
I need to eat
Me too.
right now.
Yep, stay tight. Sit back, drive. Easy. Get it. Keep it flat back. Good. One more. Woo. How was that?
good. It's heavy.
All right, so our lat pull down. A lot of times you see people going like this. They put a rhythm in their movement, right? So they're repping it out like that. Give this a shot. So when you're going, start from a dead stop with a good stretch, slight arch of your back, pull down towards your sternum, up, complete stop. Squeeze, complete stop. Complete stop. Start the movement by depressing your shoulders too, not with your hands. That's a lot of bicep. Start with your shoulders, then hands. You'll feel a lot of lat recruitment. That's probably have to decrease the weight, but you'll actually target your lats and not just move the freaking weight.
Hey guys, nice to talk to you finally. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, my husband Ryan and I, new show on Advices called The Come Up. I do, yeah, both of them. Yeah, okay, you want me to start with the question? Okay, so VJ has been my coach now for about 3 years, and after I turned pro, I was finally able to convince him to let me go to the dark side and not stay natty anymore. So when I did that, we tried Anavar first, and just a little bit of like a backstory on me and my blood panels. I have genetically very high DHT levels, like super high. Even when I was completely natural, they were like full-grown man levels. So as I'm not natural anymore, they've even got increasingly higher. So I was wondering if you guys have had any experience with this, because when I tried VAR, and it was just a very low dose, and I know it was real because it was from my doctor, I had crazy side effects, like extreme water retention. I couldn't feel any of my limbs. Just pretty much anything that could go badly went badly. And I was thankful that VJ was able to catch it right away so that it didn't cause any harm to me. But I was wondering if you guys had any experience like that with females responding so badly to VAR or any other DHT derivatives, especially if they were in the same boat as me with naturally very high DHT to begin with.
Partial reps in. Fatigue, can't get any more, so let's get some partials. Haley's hitting some close grip seated cable rows here. Using a little momentum, but it's about 30 pounds more than her body weight.
She was doing a drop set and I didn't know. Drop setting to failure. That's mighty old muscly paper girl arms. Got them muscles. Come on over here and show Daddy what you're working with.
So I'm doing a little bit of power building today. Most of the shit I do is in the 6 to 12 range, or even some pump sets of like 12 to 20. But I'm working in some 3 to 5s on my heavy deads today for that thickness and density.
That's $4.99 too. Hy-Vee skinless breast thin. So I got an air fryer after putting on Instagram if I should get one or not. Overwhelmingly, yes, I should get one. So now I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. It's definitely from China.
Oh, Chinese boy! Oh, I'm making fried chicken in my fry boy.
I sound like a fucking goat.
I love how you just do everything with a knife.
From the fucking hood, my guy.
That's how you know you're just like a psycho ghetto bitch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stir this here spaghetti with this fucking paring knife. I'm gonna just, instead of using a fork or tongs or my hands, I'm gonna put this fucking chicken in the fryer with a knife.
Okay.
And I like it.
I don't fucking know.
Some scientific shit. Lucia, what's up, buddy? Click, 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 still work.
Holy shit!
But there's some fried chicken!
We gotta make sure it's done.
It's some healthy fried chicken! Just like Mama ain't never made.
Nope. It's okay. I'll cut it and put it back in there.
Man, throw that shit in the microwave. Throw it in the microondas.
Call me fucking ghetto.
All right, it is Saturday morning, about 5:30 a.m. We got a snowstorm that hit town overnight. Expecting 3 to 5 inches, I guess now. So, got a call from my buddy Dave this morning saying, hey, get the fuck up, we gotta go plow snow. And so that's what I'm doing. I had about 20 minutes to take a quick shower, wash my ass crack, and put together 2 meals and a protein shake to help get me through the day. So usually I don't do protein shakes, but when I'm driving around and I can't use a fork, it's gonna have to fucking do today. So, show you some snow plowing here in a bit. It's pretty shitty out, y'all. Kinda like this shit. Chilling by myself with my music, making some dollars.
So I'm on my third working set of deadlifts, and I'm pretty much just going with all conventional stance today because that's my weaker stance. So I'm going for like 6 to 8 on 275. I just did 6 and it was pretty easy. So I hopped up to 315. I'm really focusing on a quick movement to the top of the rep, and then really controlling my eccentric down so that I really feel it in my lats. I think if you just drop it from the top position, then you're missing out on more than half the movement, because that's when I really feel it in my upper back. You know, I'm not just training my glutes and my lower back today. I'm more focused on upper back density, so that's why I'm really controlling it.
Easy, nice and controlled. Easy. One thing that comes up a lot that Hailey and I get asked is, oh, so like when I'm cutting or when I'm getting deep into prep, I need to like go lighter and do higher reps, right? Why? No, fucking continue to lift heavy. Is your strength going to deteriorate? Maybe a little bit. Personally, I keep getting fucking stronger until maybe the last week. But if you're not lifting heavy, why does your fucking body need to maintain what it already has if you completely change up the way you're training? So, lift heavy with good form.
you cutting for? And I was like, oh, a contest. She's like, oh, what kind? I said, bodybuilding. And she goes, have you ever done it before? And I was like, yeah, a few times. She's like, oh. And then she was like, well, what do you have to do? Do you have to lift? And I was like, no, I lift every day. She's like, oh, it can't be that hard then. Oh. Pizza, burritos, skateboards, sex, circles,
Giant dicks.
green beans, Sacagawea. What motivates you?
Cupcakes. Enchiladas.
Hell no.
Crab rangoons. Ice cream.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Say more.
Anything. Stroop waffles.
Oh, fuck.
Honeycomb.
I'm sick, but I don't care.
Front double action. You decent.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
Oh, you good. You can be in the video. Phil's gonna be on mostly uncensored. No. Drop that front shoulder. There you go.
Scoot over just a little bit.
So we were at the store earlier, and this lady was like, "Oh my gosh, aren't you just the fittest couple ever?" And we're like, "Oh, thanks." She's like, "So what do you guys do CrossFit?" And we're like, "No, we bodybuild." Oh, well, I never bodybuild or anything like that, but 20 years ago, I went to the gym for like 6 months, and I just started getting bulky. And Hailey and I are just like, "Oh yeah, just needed to stick with it a little bit."
One of those bitches.
And she goes, "Yeah, like I was a bartender, and the guys would come in and say, 'Whoa, your arms are bigger than mine.' And she's like, so I just quit." She's like, I was not going to do that. I didn't want to get bulky." And I wanted to say, well, actually, you weren't getting bulky. You were just fat to begin with, and then you were building muscle under it, and you needed to keep going and maybe diet and do some cardio and lose that fat, and then you wouldn't look bulky. Women that lift weights actually just get sexy as fuck. You're not going to get bulky unless you try, and you'll probably have to take drugs to get bulky. So, just saying.
I'm fucking trying to get bulky.
Fucking lift. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck getting. I wish I could get bulky.
Bulk me the fuck up.
Right.
Fuck.
Give me some fucking bulk. What are you doing?
Working.
What are you doing right now, though, for work?
Scheduling clients for the week.
How do you set up how do you do scheduling for your clients every week?
Let them tell me what works for the week on Sundays, and then I piece it all together into a puzzle.
Nice. Fucking easy.
Mm-hmm.
Old paper and pen.
A lot of my clients they make their own schedules, so sometimes they don't have the same schedule every week, so we have to move them around a bunch.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this microphone, open your mouth real quick. Ah, it's like a robot dick. Gargle it.
No.
Come on.
No. You fucking gargle it.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. The tip of the tongue, the dick of the tip, the dick of the tongue, the da-da-da-dum. Little Debbie.
For more of the competitor, more of the high level bodybuilder, and so I guess it just gives us more of a variety, and that seems like a good thing to me. And I know there are some drawbacks as well, I'm sure, to coaching online.
Yeah, one major drawback I can think of is
Even some people in my area started with me online rather than in person. And you're like, man, why are they not making progress and strides, you know? And then eventually they hired me in person, and it's like, well, their form was complete shit
Right.
on all their movements. And like, well, they weren't really taking this set to true failure. You know, the plan said, hey, do 8 to 12 reps, but they just got to 8 and they quit when they could have kept pushing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when they're with me in person, I'm like, hey, keep going. You know, you got to do this. And you can explain it to them better when you see what they're actually doing.
Right. Well, me and James were actually...
All right, doing some heavy hammer curls. Not going to keep the best form here. Just going to move some weight without being too sloppy. Straight into a drop with regular alternating.
Whoa.
Now we go straight. Can't even flex now.
Advice is, what did you think of Hailey and Ryan Delph with the come up?
The come up. I thought it was good, man. I thought it was really good. I think it was, well, I mean, for a first podcast, they already sound like kind of like pros.
They
you know?
do. Yeah.
For a first podcast, like they didn't make like all like the usual mistakes and stuff. I mean, you could tell that they're still kind of green at it. Obviously, they're brand new to it. But
Yeah.
for a first fucking podcast, there was no awkwardness, and they even had a guest. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
so there's a chance that between recording something, some people change when they start to record. You know, it's like they can't be themselves or anything. You're going to get transparency with those guys every time, and they're able to talk to people, and that's a good thing. You know, not a lot of bodybuilders know how to talk to people, and they're conversing with other bodybuilders, so that's great.
Yeah.
Is this going to be like the kind of the theme of the show, where they just kind of they talk to new up and comers essentially?
Yep, pretty much. It was Lauren Rutan that they had on their show. I liked her a lot, and this girl gets shredded. She's going to be at the Arnold, so
She's
I'm
pretty
looking forward
ridiculous.
to that.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. She's got crazy, dense, round muscle for